Those are bandits? Oh god, I aggroed like a bandit pop. Damn it, the sun's setting and I have no idea where Kranesh is in regards to like where I am. It's so annoying.
Warp drive active.
There's a whole pack of Belvises. That's not good. Keep aggroing a lot of stuff. Oh no. The horse is out of energy and I just aggroed like a whole thing of Belvises. I'm gonna die here. I'm out. This game is such horse shit, man. Oh, damn it, man. Like the aggro. Why 3 of them? Why do you need 3 of them? All that work just to get killed. So stupid. Kill by mobs as the sun sets because I got lost, even though I went exactly where I thought Grenesh was. It's where I came from. And it's like, why can't you put a map in your fucking game? There's no way a human would ever not willingly have a map. Just gonna go home because I can't do anything. I lost it all. But it was fun, you know, whatever. Try again, I guess. When the game shut out, I got all my fucking shit back. That game's good, but it's still not running well. Probably runs really well when it's alone. Oh, it's Dark Elemental, so... Okay, track it. Okay, I've got to go east and then around the horn again. Okay, gotta change the title, but I don't know what game I'm gonna play. There he is. Hurry up, you. Nice, he's EP. Fucking sleep gaw. BRB, I gotta pee. Oops. This is good. This is like 5,000 gil at least each time I kill him. This will make me the money I need to keep going. This is very good. I'm very glad I came and found it. I wish I could find other dark elementals on the wide scan. Nope. Constantly slept. 45 seconds. Let's see, I can farm on WoW, I can farm on 76, I can farm on New World, I can make some gold on New Worlds, I can work on trophies, New World never ends, could play some Enshrouded, but it's sort of annoying to me in terms of its single player execution. Could play some Elden Ring. Could go back to Rust and level more. There we go. Slept me again, but at least it's money. And if he drops like 2 dark clusters, it's like 10,000 gil, which is like the best money I've been able to get so far. When I saw dark elementals, I was like, yeah, I need this elemental, I do. I'm gonna camp this body. 1 cluster, but it's still good. It's like 4,000 gil. It's good money. 3 of them, and I can get, you know, I can get like a stack of tigers. And he'll pop every 5 minutes, too. Now the other elemental pops, and so really, I should just journey between these two elementals and kill everything in between. And that's what I'll do. Snow Gigas, that should heal him. This Tundra Trigger I aggroed. I'm familiar with this tiger, and he's doing well, too. What will I play? What will I play? It'll be... We'll do some Elden... No, I don't want to do some Elden Ring. We'll do, I suppose I could farm some gold. That might be fun. I could run up and down, yeah, the beach. It wouldn't be bad. Maybe people aren't grinding that spot anymore. Yeah, I'll go farm in WoW, because I probably should, you know? I haven't done it in a while. And the expansion's coming. Or not expansion, but the phase 2 is coming. I'm very aware of it. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get to these ice elementals, which is up the ramp. The ramp's so annoying. Okay, so we will load WoW. I'll probably have to patch it, which is annoying. That's alright. I'm trying to get to BattleNet. I don't know why that's not on my desktop, but okay. Ew, Diablo 4, no thanks. Yeah, WoW sub, right? I'm gonna turn off the music now. We've had it for a while. Same repetitive music over and over again. I'm gonna change it. Come on, change it, Marge. Change the channel, Marge. Oh my god. Yeah, you come over here. System, graphics, windowed full screen on. Monitor 2, apply. And we will have you. I don't see you. Okay, well, okay, so if we minimize, do we see it in the back? No, you have it on the wrong monitor. Not primary, but the monitor 1.
monitor 1. I don't see it. I want you to go windowed. Apply. And then I want you to come over here. On monitor 2, which I think is displayed the settings. Yeah, this is monitor 2. Yeah. Monitor 2. Apply. Wait, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Yeah, what? Monitor 2, monitor 3 is it monitor 3? Oh, it's monitor 3. Oh, okay, monitor. This is considered monitor 3, is it? Well, that's weird. Okay, well, I got it. That's the main thing. Why are you so laggy? Ooh. These games should not be lagging. Try logging in. Oh, and you stole my elemental as I got there, you asshole. Ah, damn it. Dick. Okay. Why am I getting such terrible, terrible frame rate? Just question mark. What? Is that better? No, this isn't better. It's just laggy. What the fuck? Come on, attack him. God damn it. Panty shot. Come on, man. I can't see. Get me out of this terrible situation that you have me in. I don't know why my frame rate is in the fucking toilet. I'm gonna restart this game. Seems like it's not loading right or something. I don't know. Try again, see if it's something about the load. I don't know. No. You're immediately, like, just completely tanked. And I don't know why. It's, is it EvE? No, I want you to drop this to memory. Yep, now we're going to see how this goes. Nope, you are not running well at all. And I don't know why. Oh, the shadows are on ultra high. Maybe that's why. Oh, max foreground FPS toggle. Oh my god, why did that happen? That's why. There we are. You're fucking stupid. God damn it. Fucking video games are so badly designed. Bicubic fidelity, super effects, SAO fidelity, cacao, and the shadow can be good, and the SSAO can be high, and particle density should be ultra. Apply. It was a self-imposed frame limit for some fucking reason. Don't know why. Now that I know that it'll do that, I'll watch it in the future. Oh yeah, hey. Nice. What's up, Nacho? Let's tip him out. $10 mil for the boost. Yeah, I'm not gonna respond. Sorry. I can't. I don't know this corp. I just joined my corp. I can't tell them what to do. Hey, game's looking a lot better when it's not fucking frame rate isn't reduced. Where am I? I'm like, okay. Oh, yeah. I was doing missions because it pays, but yeah. Hey, I do have a turn in, huh? That's what I'm doing, huh? Yeah, that is what I'm doing. I guess I'll work on missions and do stuff. Yeah. I mean, I'm unlikely to run the horde out here. I think actually, and it doesn't matter. It's SoD. They can kill me if they want. I want Cheetah. Oh, did I change my YouTube title? I'm not sure. We need to go see live streaming. Nope. I'm gonna go change it. No, that is not it. I'm gonna take that out of the title. I don't like it. And then, oh, yep. Yeah, I got a sub yesterday. Yay. And Mortal. Oops. No, I think we're okay with like saying EVE Online. That's okay actually. Save. Come here. And 20 looks so good. Yeah, then like the graphics could be bumped, I think. Yeah, everything's running smooth, damn. Even the ray trace shadows are up. Let's turn them off and see how much better I get. Oh wow, look at all that. And I can't skin any of it. Uh, Okay, let's get fighting this elemental. Something hitting me? Yeah, the tiger. God damn it. Second I go to fight something, I'm aggroed. So great. Just tons of shit, huh? Great. What? Attack the tiger! Fuck was this? No, no. Oh, it's because the fucking macro's wrong or something? I'm gonna die because of it. Man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Do stuff that I tell you to do. You're fucking... Oh, because I'm paralysis. I've got paralysis. Great. God damn it. Kill this fucking bad eye. God damn it. The paralysis got me killed. It's so annoying. Maybe I should just go zone. I can't get the tiger to go on him. It's fine. I'm just gonna zone. He slept me on the other side of the door. That's fine by me. That's better than dead. Wait, you didn't edit? I told you to edit like fucking 10 minutes ago. Yeah, you lied to me. Okay, good. So, here we go. Ooh, look at all these skinnable corpses. 1 gold, 14 silver. Not bad, not bad. I guess I don't have any... Oh, no, I do. Okay. Oh no, I'm out of mana. Oh no, I'm not out of mana. Oh no, I'm not out of mana. Oh yeah, right. Right. Compress. This looks and feels like death to me. I don't think I want all that, Link. This guy's 29. If I don't, like, I came in too far. But I also want to see if anybody comes in here is the other thing. So I'll stay here and I'll kill, like, this guy maybe. Oh no. I don't know. This isn't going anywhere, and this is one of the reasons why I resisted this sort of stuff. I've already made back the 10 I gave him. I can't hit this guy enough. It's so annoying. Please let me get it. Oh, God. I'm not gonna make it, am I? Better run. It'd be a lot better than dying. Yep. Come on, man. I can't move. Please. Please, 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 please. I have ran so far. God damn it. I ran so far. He followed like what? 400 meters? But the usual leash is 80. Thanks. Thanks for that. I picked him up so far. Like it was like there. Way over there. You know the aggro radius is like here. And he was way over there. And I got way over here when I realized that no matter what, your buggy code was going to cause me to die. You know? Oh, invite Gorak. Invite Gorak. Oh. Fucking WoW's so toxic sometimes. The mob was toxic. The player was toxic. The bullshit was toxic. The fucking 400 fucking meter like race for the prize to get a de-aggro was toxic. Like every bit of it was toxic. But I kind of want to leave the game pretty much immediately. God damn it, man. I like playing these old games, but boy, they have a lot of fucking problems. More problems than like good gameplay, I would say. Most of the time, you're just dealing with the shitty-ass fucking 2002 developers' fucking cocksuckery, you know? Most of the time. It's very seldom are you actually having fun. You know, it's like most of the time you're like, oh, I gotta walk here. Oh, I got kill for no reason. Oh, I got pop aggro for no reason. Oh, why? How many hardcore characters did I lose this year? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, I don't know, it's toxic as hell. Your game is toxic. You're Activision Blizzard. You're absolutely toxic. You're fucking toxic. The way you treat us is so toxic. This fucking druid. Where's my My body's... See? I pulled him here. Look how far I fucking ran, right? Here's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 60, 70, 80... Died about here, 90. Fucking look how fucking far this motherfucker chased me. It's unacceptable. If I were to try to pull, it'd be like, nah, you'd have to be about 130 meters closer. But the mob gets to go 130 meters. How is that balanced, you piece of shit developers? Get a fucking clue in 2024. I thought you said this was WoW Classic Plus, but it's the same old classic horseshit it's always been. With a ton of shit that needed to be fixed. Really fucking bad. But you didn't touch it, did you? Because that would cost money. I don't like fucking Omen. It's like the worst buff in the fucking game. Wears it off in 10 fucking minutes, and it's like... Why didn't you just make it baseline? You're stupid. Ghostcrawler was stupid. I really liked the Steak and Eggs fucking podcast until I saw fucking Asmongold up there with Ghostcrawler. Ugh. Fucking developer pieces of shit. Ruining our games. How dare you try and popularize fucking Ghostcrawler. Fuck Ghostcrawler. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm not gonna get this quest, I'm gonna leave. I don't know, it was worth a try. I feel like I'm gonna die if I go this way. I definitely will. I need to, like, get out of here. I feel like the sound got turned up. Oh, cool, I'm dead, huh? Yeah, of course I am. Come on, man. Nice. Well, at least I'm really close. Can't say I care for pop aggro in 2024. I don't think it equals a good RPG. I think it was designed to should have been fucking erased like 15 years ago, like most of these developers who poisoned the well and ruined their fucking titles and drove them into the ground like fucking Bobby Kotick. Now they're scared to say Bobby Kotick's name around Blizzard, and they fired him. You know, they got him. He's gone. And, like, you know, Jesus Christ, look what you did to this fucking game, you piece of shit. How is this WoW Classic Plus? Like, literally, it's like you took Star Wars, it took a big shit all over his face, and then forced us to watch it like the Clockwork Orange, with our eyelids taped open. Ugh. Like what Disney did to Star Wars. What Lucas did to Star Wars past the first three. Like, you know. Keep these developers away from their own product. This isn't Classic Plus. This is the same old horseshit bullshit that Classic always was. There's no improvements here. There's, like, the things that you put in retail around Legion, yeah, which is all this stuff. Which is why Legion was my favorite expansion. But I mean... Anyways, I didn't want to do a whole rage about WoW. It's fine. This is it? This is the quest? Yeah, this is it. bet I'm up now. I am good. I'm back where I started. Fucking Final Fantasy 11. Rogue was a lot more fun. I should technically level an Alliance Rogue. He had to run again. Uh-huh. wonder if there's something around here I can charm. Can I get a statue? Probably not, huh? There's an ice elemental. Let's get him. $23.04 by $12.62. Now what? I mean, what? $23.04. What? Like what? How's that right? Oh, maybe it's just changing the resolution? Yeah, I think so, actually. Okay. Huh. Did they kill him? They did. Oh, I'm sorry. Why would you go up in the center of all of them? It's so weird. Oh, damn it, that's still too fast. Damn it. Nice, a nice cluster. It'll add up. A stack will add up. It'll be like, 10, 15k. Pay for tigers. The Snow Gigas is a good target. That's a harvesting point in the snow. That makes no sense. What the hell? It sucks that you can't cure from afar. There's a bunch of mongrels, but it's all kinds of Link. I can't pull that, I'll fucking die. I'm just gonna go fucking run. I'm just gonna run. Just like just fucking drop them. Yep. Works for me. Not bad, not bad. I have aggroed, have I? I have. Why? Oh, okay. Nice, the tiger. These to TW. I should sit, but I don't want to. How are we looking on crystals and stuff? We got 1 dark cluster, 9 ice clusters. We're gonna get 12, and we'll sell the whole stack for like 20k something, and that'll buy tigers. That's good. I'll have to go back pretty much the moment that I get, or well, when I die, I guess. I don't know. I should run reward on cooldown. At 58, I'll go get all or at 60 really. At 60, I'll go get all of the AF. When I have all the AF, I'll oh, okay, here's somebody's thinning this stuff out. He doesn't want them? Okay. Well, I don't mind them. I should like bind that guy. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
How generous.
Nice, I'm up. Gotta get my level. Love that sound. With the ice cubes dying. Oh my god, this furrier's been on me this entire time. Just kill him. Those things are going to aggro here in a minute. Something's wrong with Claw Cyclone. I don't know what. It's a stupid ability anyways. Something's wrong with this. It's like... What? Oh my god. You can see her left ear twitching because she's pissed off about this, and so am I. God damn it. Nice, I got a stack now. I found where I should be. It's so awesome. Nice, 37 million off this one. 10 of which I tipped out is so worth it. When I get my own fucking Orca, I'm gonna make so much money. And it's coming. It'll be summer. By summer, I'll have my own Orca. I'll be making like 200 million an hour. No, sorry, a day. 200 million a day, or 150, 2 million a day. 200 million a day. This is... Oh, yeah. Let's watch the Philip DeFranco.
East.
Let's watch today's Philip DeFranco. That sounds fun. Ooh. Never mind. Go back. Add to queue. I want to find the stuff. Yeah, play it. But I want to hear the Franco.
Alright fam, let me level with you. I know that the last video that I made on the channel was a little sad and depressing. It needed to be said, it really did. But...
Loud. Annoying.
it wasn't the happiest video in the world. However, Bethesda Game Studios is coming in with the goods when it comes to Fallout 76.
Good.
We know when we are going to be able to play Atlantic City Part 2 across all platforms. We also know a little bit more about the story, and finally, we know when we are going to be able to play it early on PC thanks to the PTS. So in this video, I'm going to tell you absolutely everything you need to know. You know what it is. If you enjoy it, please like, I would really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new with notifications if that is possible. But let's get into the two BethesdaNet articles that Bethesda Game Studios released today. The first one is entitled Prepare for Atlantic City, America's Playground, coming March 26th to
March
Fallout
26.
76. March 26th, not bad. You know, I thought it might have been a little later, like maybe
July.
April or May, but March 26th is all right. And that's all platforms. That's not the PTS. That is all platforms will be able to play Atlantic City Part 2 or America's Playground. It is good news, man. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Let's keep reading. Players encountered new places and new faces last year with the introduction of Fallout 76's latest expedition to Atlantic City. Next, players have some unfinished business to attend in post-nuclear New Jersey with Atlantic City, America's Playground. The next major update releasing March 26th for Fallout 76 and, importantly, available to preview today on Fallout 76's public test servers. So yes, we know the release date. But we also know, of course, usually as always, we are able to play the upcoming content early on the PTS on Steam. And I can't remember how long it usually takes from the PTS to the actual full release, but we're getting a bit of time. Like, that's a couple of months until the full proper release. So I'm definitely going to be checking it out. Keep it posted to the channel so you can see and hear my thoughts. But let's continue. Return to Atlantic City in a new expedition. When we last left the glitzy boardwalk of Atlantic City, we had run a deadly game show with the showmen and even encountered the family, the local organized crime outfit. Now the leader of Atlantic City's own municipal government, Mayor Tim, calls upon your help against an invasion of Overgrown. Can you fend off the dangerous plant-like things encroaching upon Atlantic City in this all-new expedition mission? Look, I still don't know how I feel about expeditions. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a proper go.
Don't suppose you might be heading in the direction
in
of
addition to the
Menethil,
other
would you?
expedition,
If
you know,
you're
that
not, I'd suggest you stop there. It's a good place to purchase goods and even have a pint and relax. Now, if it just so happens that you're heading in that direction, I don't suppose you'd mind taking this bundle of crocolisk skins to James Halloran, the tanner. I'd do it myself, but my wife's been in quite a mood lately, and I'd like to put off facing her as long as possible.
Why did you drop for him?
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted. Autopilot engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
God damn it. At least I didn't die.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
What does Banish do? Let's find out. I didn't get to find out. Nice, 2 clusters off him. Not bad. Go kill the other one. I guess I'm an ice machine now.
Autopilot
I
jumping.
make I sell ice clusters. That's my new thing. I am out of Delta, which
Warping
is
to Stargate.
very bad.
Warp drive active.
I would rather not use a scroll of warp if I can't help it. I could run Gamma, but it's not cost effective. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What's my conquest stat? It's like 12, 3, 3, 4. I could use a scroll of warp, but I mean, like, I don't know. I just go try and fight like a eyes in the no, I can't fight eyes in Soja.
Approaching Stargate.
Oh god, he's killing me.
East.
Paralyzed. Oh no. Let's just run from this. I lost a 5-minute cooldown due to paralysis. That's no good. Just run from the
Autopilot
this point.
jumping.
And maybe if they kill me, yeah. Oh, he frosted me, that son of a bitch. At least it wasn't a freeze. He could have freezed me.
Warping to Stargate.
Blizzaga. I mean, I don't know. Can they freeze yet? No, they can't freeze yet. But man, if he was like a level 60 elemental, he could freeze me, and that would be very bad. Yeah, maybe I should try and take a swing at killing these things, but I don't know. I could familiar one, and it might last like longer. I have frost on me. So, yeah, just zone out. It's alright. can't defrost. It's so annoying. At least the regen's countering it. Maybe I can't.
Approaching Stargate.
Paralyzed still. I'm just gonna wait until this wears off. I think I want to move Rip to the closer. It's not Rake. I want to put Rake on 6. It's a macro. Yeah, it's rotation.
Autopilot jumping.
Rake, Rip. It's Mangle, Rake, Rip.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Mangle, Rake, Rip. What happened there? You just... Oh, damn, I can't see my cursor. Tigers, Fury, right? Save. So then we'll test this out, see if it's better. Yep, way better. There's technically, yeah, no, yep, and then I'll switch this to
Approaching Stargate.
And I think that's actually better. I think that's better. Let's see. Yup.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Nope. Oh well. Nice. The res is not far. That's actually not bad. Okay, everything's off me. Sit. Wait. I suppose now the cooldown's off, so yeah, we'll just keep going until I ding. I'm gonna get 55. Oh yeah, I can't drive 55.
Approaching Stargate.
Oh, I went too far. Oops. I was like, did I pass it?
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Okay, that's what we've been waiting for. I didn't know that, wow, heavy wool bandages would be really expensive, though. But maybe they're selling them. They might be selling them. So now I gotta take the ride home, unfortunately. I mean, what am I at now? I'm at 6 out of 9. Yeah, I'll have to come back here.
Stargate.
But that's alright, you know.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you? Go with honor. Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Heavy wool bandages. I mean, I guess I could level, I guess I should level, first stage just based off the turn-ins. I didn't think about that aspect of it. So let's see what they're selling linen cloth for. It might not be too bad, I guess. We'll buy, like... No, I don't want balls of linen cloth. I want, like, linen cloth.
Autopilot jumping.
Like, only linen cloth. Yep, there we go. 24 copper a piece. So let's see. If we wanted a stack, what do you want for stack?
Warping to Stargate.
6 silver. So
Warp
we'll
drive
do, yeah.
active.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I want wool cloth. Let's see what's selling a stack of that for. Probably like about the same, really. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, well, a little cheaper actually. Or sorry, more expensive, but yeah, what do we got here? We got like 3 for, yeah, probably buy like, yeah, 1, 2, 2. Oops. 3.
Approaching
4.
Stargate.
This item was not found. People are like buying stacks while I'm buying stacks. It's so annoying. I'm starting to see like a money opportunity here too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've made some money. I want you to search for wool cloth again and show me stacks again. Like that. That's actually not that bad. Alright, whatever. We'll see what we can do with that. See, I did. I have quite a bit more work to do to make this character ready for, like, I imagine I have about
Autopilot
2
disabled.
weeks.
Waypoint reached.
It sucks that I committed to the Rust wipe because the WoW. Oh my god, I'm overlogged with stuff. None of that sold. None of it. Well, it was a good idea. Damn it. Fine, I'm just gonna vendor all that and get my money back. Can't believe none of that sold. I kind of want to sell them all again. Let's see if I can get like 5 silver a piece, or like 10. Yeah, like 10 silver. These are worth 10 silver. 8 silver. 6 silver? 5 silver. 5 silver. We'll sell these for 5 silver and see if I get them, right? Oh yeah, all of that, we're going to say 5 silver. And run them longer. Deposit 48 copper or 16. Yeah, we'll I want to do 24, yeah, for this. Just see if they sell. I fucking doubt it, but you never know. Like, looks a bit low, looks a bit low. I don't like that shit. It's annoying. Wait, I have, oh, that's Conjure Purify Water. Nice. Ooh, yeah, it's free waters. Oh, yeah, the video.
Released in part 1. And we'll see if I like it or not. I don't know, like, just killing Overgrown, yeah, it's a new enemy, that's exciting. But again and again and again and again and again, it gets repetitive. I don't know if I'm ever going to like Expeditions, but I'm going to give it a solid go, I do promise. But however, here's the more important bit, questline, story stuff, let's go. Family comes first in an all-new questline. Back home in Appalachia, players will embark upon a new multi-mission questline, you're speaking my language, surrounding the glamorous Russo family. Opening a new nightclub in Appalachia, the Russos hope to start a quieter, though still comfortable, life away from the rat race of Atlantic City. Sadly, that won't be in the cards. As a deadly plot unfolds, players must uncover the skeletons or perhaps devils lurking in the Russo family's closet in this new quest coming to Fallout 76. I like it. It sounds good. Like, how long is it going to be? Is it going to be like an hour long or 2 hours long? Maybe just give me a few hours. 4 or 5 hours, all right? Then I'm happy with that. Minimum 3 if you rush it. But the plot sounds interesting. It sounds a little fun, a little mysterious. I'm liking what I'm hearing. Explore the boardwalk. Atlantic City, America's Playground, also expands upon Fallout's take of post-nuclear New Jersey, allowing players to further explore the city at their own leisure, good, or even take on new side quests. Side quests! Holy crap. Meet with the local merchants and shop, help track down a missing journalist chronicling the deadly Blood Eagles. Oh, the Blood Eagles again. or even play part in passing
Welcome
on
to
the
my
torch
inn,
within
weary
the inner
traveler.
circle
What
of
can
the
I do for
family.
you?
You know what? It's not just one quest. It seems like there's multiple things. This seems really promising. I might be getting my hopes up, but god damn, this is sounding alright. I'm excited. Preview today in the public test servers. Atlantic City America's Playground is a free update for all Fallout 76 players arriving March 26. Get an early look at this exciting update by joining our public test servers. Check out our Inside the Vault article for more details on joining the PTS and sharing your feedback. I'll go into that Inside the Vault article in just a second. But next up, a new Fallout season with bonus improvements. Players can also expect a new season full of rewards to collect when Atlantic City America's Playground launches this March. We're also excited to introduce some fresh changes to our season system to offer players more flexibility when earning rewards. Note that these features won't be available in the current PTS, that's unfortunate, but we can't wait to share more as we get closer to the update's launch this March. Look, yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. I understand that stuff takes time. So let's see what all these new changes to the seasons are when it comes to March 26th. But yeah, as I said, I'm looking forward to this. The one thing that I did want to kind of point out, by the way, is this last little note here on that article. It does say here, casino-style features may not be available in certain territories, including Belgium, Czech Republic, Djibouti, Saudi Arabia, Ghana, Libya, Pakistan, Poland, and Thailand. So if you live in those countries, you might not be able to experience those casino-style, i.e. gambling features,
Oh, a
and
fellow
that's just due to
physician.
classification.
I would be
and
glad to
local
teach you anything
requirements
that
and
would
laws.
aid your
It's just-
journeys.
it's unfortunate. I don't know if there's a way that you can get around it, but it's something noteworthy if you do happen to be from those countries. So let's go on to the actual Inside the Vault article, the other BethesdaNet article that I mentioned. This one is entitled Fallout 76 Inside the Vault, Upcoming Maintenance, Atlantic City PTS, and Burning Love. Welcome back to Inside the Vault. We hope your new year is off to a great start. Our team enjoyed a lovely winter break full of rest with our friends and family, and some of us even had the pleasure of running into you in the wasteland. We have a lot of exciting plans for 2024. In case you missed it, in our letter to the community at the end of December, art director John Rush announced our plans to expand our map southward deep into the wooded heartland of Shenandoah. I made a video covering that. If I remember, I'll link it in the description below.
Shenandoah.
This uncharted, once tranquil expanse in the heart of Virginia will bring a new questline, factions, and rewards. That's not all that is coming. Here we go. Our team has been hard at work to bring you not only new seasonal events, but to revisit existing seasonal events much more frequently with new exciting rewards. We'll be discussing this new content along with the new features for builders and adventurers alike in future Inside the Vault articles. Now, okay, so when I first read this a few weeks ago, whenever they released that news, I thought it was just new seasonal events. So maybe I got this wrong, because why are we revisiting existing seasonal events more frequently? I don't want to do Fashion Art 5 times in a year. I really don't. Fashion Art is once. Every other event is once.
Yeah.
We need more seasonal events to make it feel like a fuller calendar. I don't know how much frequently. That gets me a little bit cautious. I know I am excited, but that definitely gets me cautious. Regardless, to stay up to date on all things Fallout for 2024, be sure
Oh,
to
a
sign
fellow
up for
physician.
our emails. You'll even get
I would be glad
a
to
free
teach you
in-game
anything
camp
that would aid
item
your
when you
journeys.
I'll sign up, sorry. So now again, we're going back to Atlantic City, America's Playground. Let's play test it early. By now, you may be well acquainted with some of the new faces and creatures of Atlantic
Warp
City.
drive
Get ready to return to New Jersey with our upcoming update, now live in the public test servers.
Warp
Learn more
drive
below.
active.
Our next big update, Atlantic City, America's Playground, releases March 26th, as I went through, and contains a new expedition mission and side quest in Atlantic City. Players will also experience a new main mission storyline taking place in Appalachia. And I think this is very similar. I'm just going to read it again, but it's very similar to the other article. The glamorous Russo family, having just fled to Appalachia from Atlantic City, have big plans to open a new nightclub here in the mountains. Unfortunately, it's not quite so easy to leave their dark past behind. This is a little different. The shadows of addiction, notoriety, and family loyalty haunt the Russos as they make sense of their new lives. Should you choose to intervene with this dysfunctional family, you'll be thrust headfirst into the shadier dealings of Atlantic City, even uncovering the secrets of the dangerous chem Devil's Blood. This sounds good, brother!
Devil's
What
Blood.
the hell? Bethesda Game Studios coming in with the heat. I hope there's choice. I hope there's consequence. We should be able to support them and not support them. Let's do it. While you're testing, here are a few known issues to be aware of. So in the PTS, they have highlighted there are known issues, so it's good that they've kind of highlighted this. I'm sure that there are going to be many more issues as well. But here are some of the issues you might encounter in the PTS, Abby and Antonio may erroneously appear in the flooded city chem lab during All the Worlds a stage. When skipped, there are long pauses in the dialogue between Abby and Antonio in the diner near the end of The Sins of the Father. Logging off during the Return to the Rose Room objective. How many quests are there in Sins of the Father may prevent the quest from being completed. Leaving the conversation with Abby can block quest progression during the Confront Antonio objective in The Sins of the Father. Quest markers leading between Atlantic City and Appalachia may not appear. That's not a good thing, Bethesda. And Buttercup cannot be activated to receive an optional objective in the Human Condition Expedition. Alrighty, and how to participate in the PTS. Look, I'm just going to link that in the description below if you want to participate in the PTS. It is pretty easy. You have the game on Steam. You'll be able to access it.
Oh, a fellow physician. I
And
would
then
be
if you wanna
glad to
give
teach you
feedback,
anything
can
that
do
would
so
aid
on
your
the
journeys.
Discord. They also go through the Burning Love event. I want to be honest here. I don't know how Look, I'm going to read it now, okay? I wasn't so excited about it. I'm going to read it just in case you want to know about it. So it says here, Burning Love event. Have you ever been so in love that your whole body feels like it's on fire? No? Well, how about setting someone else on fire? Starting January 30 at 12 p.m. ET, claim the free Hot Rod Pink Flamer skin in the Atomic Shop and use it to complete special Burning Love weekly challenges to earn in-game rewards such as legendary modules, perk cards, repair kits, and more. Complete 4 of the 5 weekly challenges to unlock the weekly challenge reward. The first one is a pink mechanic jumpsuit, and they showed the picture for that there. You have to do 4 out of 5 challenges. And the week 2 challenge reward is the rose tinted glasses. Like, it's not interesting to me. I don't want to do the challenges because I don't really like those cosmetics. And the event reward is a pink fireplace. That looks kind of cool. All right, the pink fireplace looks kind of cool. Get ready to kindle those flames. The Burning Love Challenge ends 12 p.m. ET on February 13. Just in time for Fashion Night to begin. We'll return with another Inside the Vault closer to Fashion Night Day with a recap of tips and tricks for the event. Tips and tricks? We've done it a million times, Bethesda! Plus images of the new rewards you can add to your collection. In the meantime, mark your calendars for the event are running from February 13 to 27 and stock up on that canned meat stew. We've also got a double XP weekend in store for the final Fashion weekend. They also have an upcoming maintenance. I will go through this on Tuesday, January 13 at 9 a.m. CT or 10 a.m. ET. We are bringing Fallout 76 offline on all platforms to apply a small update. In this update, we're addressing issues such as the missing radiation resistances for XL1 power armor. That's really good. I heard so many people complain about that. Various missing crafting plans, including communist camp items, jewelry, flare display, and more. For server updates, blah, 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 they go on to say stuff. So look, I'm excited. If you can't tell, like, when I was going through the story for Atlantic City Part 2, America's Playground, there were like multiple quests I was talking about. It wasn't just like one thing. And I know like previous story updates for Fallout 76 had multiple quests and you could still finish it in 3 hours or 4 hours, right? So am I expecting this to be the longest story in the world? Probably not. I expect this to be the same length, maybe even shorter than Still Dawn and Still Rain, right? But, you know what? It's a free update. They're still bringing content to the game. The story genuinely sounds interesting to me. Of course, whether the writing is good and whether it's good in its execution, who really knows? We have to play it. But it sounds promising, so let me know what you think in the comments below, Wastelanders. I'm really keen to see your thoughts, and until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourselves, and would you kindly keep fighting the good fight.
Angry about is not being allowed to kill children in Fallout 3, which they hold a
No,
more
no, no, you wait, no. So I want to see, oh, there is no Philip DeFranco today. I guess I'll finish this one then.
personally responsible for. This user has since
thank
deleted their
you
post,
so
and
much,
whatever their
Lone
issue
Vault,
was, it
Lone
seems
Vault
unrelated
Wanderer,
and
for the
slightly
excellent content for
concerning.
my stream.
No one
I'd
should
like
be
to
that
sub to your
angry
channel.
about not getting to kill children.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
go back
in
real
2015, the
quick.
Fallout Bethesda Discord.
Yes, thank you, and I'd like to sub to your channel. Hells yeah.
being allowed to kill children in Fallout 3, which they hold Emil personally responsible for. This user has since deleted their post, and whatever their real issue was, it seems unrelated and slightly concerning. No one should be that angry about not getting to kill children. Anyway, in 2015, the Fallout Bethesda discourse would be jump-started once more by the release of a next
I'm not
mainline
gonna get
entry,
5 off this,
Fallout
am I?
4,
I got 1 off
a game that
but
received
we'll
a
see
more
what I get.
mixed reception from fans, with many people being critical of its story and or writing. And yet, that criticism is still largely disconnected from Emil's name. There are some exceptions, of course, but they're still relatively rare. And yet, if you skip forward 2 years, this changes completely, with negative comments about Emil now showing up all the time and being very specific,
Yeah, they really don't
with a
like
lot of the
him.
criticism based on actual quotes or Emil's writing philosophy.
Yeah, it's true.
The event which caused this change is a single speech given at Copenhagen Games Festival 2016. A small event with a small crowd where Emil was invited to deliver a talk on storytelling in games. This speech is going to be referenced many, many, many times by myself and even more so from other people who will appear in this video. So that means you are going to see multiple different interpretations of this speech. But before that, why not listen to some of the most referenced and important parts of this without further commentary, so you can form your own opinion. And remember, the full version is below if you want to see more, and if this section feels a little long, well, trust me that it will be important.
How do we make our stories, and how do I personally make my stories? I thought, it's funny, I had never really thought of the process that I use to write stories and make games, and then I realized I do have a process. And I started to put it together. I realized that there are 3 primary points that I use when I create a story for one of our games. So I thought I'd run through those 3 points for everyone here today. So, going to the first point, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. What does that mean? Well, for me, that means when I'm coming up with a story for a game, I like to concentrate on strong central themes. And 1 or 2 strong central themes is enough. Now, going to the second point, write what you know. What does this mean, write what you know? Does this mean that if you are working as a dishwasher and decide to become a game developer, you need to make a game about washing dishes? No. Write what you know, for me, means that you draw upon your personal experiences. So for me, one of my my first big break at Bethesda was around 2006 when we started working on Oblivion. I was tasked with creating the Dark Brotherhood, which is the Assassin's Guild. And I wanted to sort of leverage the experience I had at Looking Glass Studios.
Oh, a fellow
working on the
physician.
Thief games.
I would be glad to teach you anything that would aid you.
And, stabbing stuff. I wanted to sneak around and stab people in the face. I thought that would be fun. I thought to myself, how could I relate this, an evil Assassin's Guild, to my own personal experiences? It's like, I don't know what this is, but I do know. I know the Catholic Church. I grew up Catholic. And so, actually, the Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion, the story is actually an evil take on the Catholic Church. My third point, and the longest point, and all of these sort of tie together, but great games are played and not made. So this is a point for the studio. This is one of our mottos at the studio, but it has several meanings. On a studio-wide level, great games are played, not made, means that we use the iterative process. We make the game. We are very flexible with changing things. We are actually at a state now in the development of the studio, we don't have a lot of extensive design documentation. We found that probably after we hit Fallout 3, the design docs that we had became outdated very quickly because we knew we needed to get stuff in the game and play it and then change it. We needed to iterate on it. So we would have these extensive 50-page design documents that were completely outdated, and the time it took to maintain those just wasn't worth it. And so great games are played, not made means that as a studio, you know, we are constantly iterating. But also on a personal level. And so on a personal level, on a designer level, that's what it means. Great games are played, not made. It means play your own stuff. But as a writer, so how do we look at this with stories, right? Great games are played, not made. Played, that's the key word, right? Because every game developer is a storyteller in an interactive medium. You are not writing a screenplay. You are not writing a novel. You are writing a piece of fiction that has an important interactive component. When we start writing a story at Bethesda, when I start working with the team, we start big. Like, you know, we always want to do this. So we always want to write the great American novel, right? So let's say, okay, we're going to write the great American novel. It's going to be this thick. And on every page will be written comedy and tragedy, and it'll be wonderful. It'll be amazing. And you're going to give this book, this great American novel, to the player. And what are they going to do with it? They're going to rip out every page and make paper airplanes out of them. And they're going to throw them around the room. And they're never going to see your story. Because the story is there, right? But they are going to spend 30 hours making shacks. Okay? They're going to spend 20 hours looking for bobbleheads. Okay? But that's okay. We know that going in. That's the jagged pill that we swallow when we do this. Because again, great games are played, not made, and a story in a video game is an interactive thing. And so,
Oh, a
we
fellow
know
physician.
that, and we're
I would be glad to teach you anything
because
that would
the true
aid your
mark of being
journeys.
of a real developer is, as every developer knows, is waiting for reviews to come in, right? And then reading the reviews, of course, and hopefully, if you get lucky, ignoring the reviews, right? Thank you very much, guys.
So, what did you think? As this will be referenced continuously from here on out, I'll do a quick summary that I think is in good faith and is completely factual. When Emil was asked to give this speech, he thought about his writing process and came up with 3 rules he finds useful. Keep it simple, stupid, which he explains as being about having a single, strong, central theme in a story. Write what you know, which he explains as drawing from personal experience in your writing, where he gives an example of working on the Thief series and growing up Catholic when designing the Dark Brotherhood. And lastly, great games are played, not made, a company-wide motto at Bethesda about the importance of iteration and playtesting in creating games. Emil then also says he applies this as a writer by making sure to remember that you are writing for an interactive medium, which is different to non-interactive mediums. He gives a light-hearted analogy of just because writers want to write the next great American novel doesn't mean players will comply and might instead make paper aeroplanes out of the pages by just doing whatever they feel like. Therefore, don't forget about player freedom when writing. Of course, there are many other things said in this speech. It is over 40 minutes long. A lot of it is about Fallout 4, or providing other examples of these 3 rules. In my summary, I focused on the rules rather than Fallout 4, because these days the negativity focuses on Emil himself more than Fallout 4.
Yep.
As for that negativity, we'll get to it soon. And I am sorry for this slow introduction, but you'll soon see why it's necessary. Anyway, now that you've heard the most infamous speech in the entire history of game development, what did you think? From the evidence you have seen, does this man need to be fired? And should
No.
fans and YouTubers
Not at all.
feel justified in harassing and hating him?
No.
Don't worry if you don't have an answer quite yet. There are many more arguments to come, and more evidence. But as we hear those arguments, keep in mind the context of this speech. This was a fairly informal affair at a very small event. The speech might even have been hastily written. But these sorts of events are good for the industry, because they help smaller game devs, particularly when it comes to networking, and having a bigger name speaker helps attract people to them. Emil is also not a professional public speaker, he is a game developer, so this is not something he has much experience in, and many people find public speaking difficult.
So why am I here? in Copenhagen. I don't do this. I don't speak. I prefer to stay in my office and make games.
He was also probably nervous. I mean, that is the very first thing he says.
I'm a bundle of nervous energy, so try to use that.
This speech had an enormous impact. This is what turned the world against Emil. This was what caused negative comments about Emil to go from there but rare to being everywhere. But that didn't happen right away. In fact, when this was first uploaded and then posted to our Fallout, the response was mild, with 165 upvotes and 172 comments. As for those comments, they were mixed. Let's go through some, starting at the top. The first is about Hayao Miyazaki's face, the next is a summary, the next is positive about Emil's rules and negative about how they applied to Fallout 4. The next is also negative about Fallout 4, and so is the next. The next is deleted. The next is speculating that this will start a shit show. The next is actually negative about Emil's rules, at least keep it simple, stupid. The next says Far Harbor, which is Fallout 4's DLC, was better than the base game. The next is someone laughing and saying that this is the fuel many on the subreddit were waiting for, and so on. Overall, it's a mix of responses, but most of the negativity is still placed on Fallout 4 rather than Emil himself. And no one seems to think this speech is that shocking. And maybe that lines up with your own thoughts about the speech. And so,
damn it,
this speech, the most infamous speech in the entire history of game development, had no real impact. Until 1 year later, when Reddit user, A Flying Nun, made a post titled, "Until Bethesda fires/relocates Emil Pagliarillo, do not expect quality storylines ever again. Yes, it is that bad." And at last, after all this boring introduction that I will try to edit down and shorten as much as I can, but I can't work miracles, at last, the introduction is over and we have made it to the start of the Unhinged. In an ideal world, you would have watched the entirety of Emil's speech, and then you would take the time to read the entirety of this Reddit post.
It's gonna kill me.
Because I don't think there is anything I can say that will accurately communicate just what a drastically uncharitable and inaccurate representation of Emil's speech this post is.
No!
Still, the
Oh
world
my
is
god!
not ideal, and
Alright.
so I will do my best.
Oh, well, I needed to
not
write back for
spoil
free,
a
it's
big
fine.
chunk of this video for you, but this right here demonstrates clearly the main problem that is at the heart of this story.
Nice.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Money.
A Flying Nun's post
let's
begins by saying
go
he recently came
to
across
the
Emil's
auction.
speech
Or
and
sorry,
wanted
to
to speak up about it because he didn't think anyone had broken down just how bad it is and how it speaks volumes about how unqualified Emil is. He breaks his long assessment down into 4 main problems. The first is, and I quote, "For the entirety of this video, Emil seems to follow this pattern. Step 1. Emil makes a claim that a new feature, major change, or cut content was necessary for development. Step 2. You rationally ask yourself why, as he hasn't said why yet. Step 3. Emil goes off on a pointless tangent for a bit. Step 4. Emil begins making a very good counter-argument against his own argument and his own initial claim, highlighting serious flaws with it. Step 5. Emil moves on to the next subject. Step 6. You throw your keyboard through your computer monitor in a fit of rage with how retarded that just was." End quote. So, as far as I can see, this 6-step model is not something Emil does even once, let alone enough to constitute a pattern. I think the reason for A Flying Nun's confusion might be because that he is an unhappy Fallout 4 fan that is watching this speech to get explanations for why design decisions in Fallout 4 that he doesn't like were made. Meanwhile, Emil isn't trying to give a speech justifying these decisions, and is instead just talking about his personal design process to try to provide useful information to other game developers, i.e. the actual audience, and he is just using Fallout 4 as an example for this. He does admittedly talk about problems Bethesda faced with various design choices in the game, but Emil isn't the only developer who has done this. In fact, it's quite a common thing for developers to mention problems they've faced during development in speeches, and the GDC YouTube channel features hundreds of examples. Also, Emil usually does say why these decisions were made. To counter a Flying Nun's lead example of not justifying the new dialogue system, Emil says the reason for the change was that they felt the old system was dated, they were inspired by games like Mass Effect and Telltale's The Walking Dead, and they wanted to create a more fluid interaction during dialogue between the player and their character. Now, I'm not saying this was especially well explained by Emil, and for what it matters, I also wasn't a fan of this particular change. But Emil is not speaking nonsense or doing anything unusual, and there is nothing accurate about this borderline incoherent way he's being characterized throughout this whole Reddit post. Moving on, a Flying Nun's second main problem is that Emil, quote, sometimes goes off onto pointless topics. You know, this sounds a lot like the first main problem, step 3. Is there a significant difference between a pointless tangent and a pointless topic? If so, I couldn't explain it, but a Flying Nun's lead example for this is that Emil, quote, awkwardly shows pictures of his co-workers in the middle of a speech for no discernible reason. And, well, the reason he talks about and shows pictures of his co-workers is because he's talking about his team's work. This is what Emil says.
But they're great, and I work with this team to create our stories. When we start writing a story at Bethesda, when I start working with the team.
The reason a Flying Nun says this is pointless is because it's something he doesn't care about. It serves no point for what he wants to know. But all Emil is trying to do here is acknowledge the other people involved in the work that he's actively talking about, so as not to erase his team's contributions in his explanation. That's why he keeps saying we rather than I. He's talking about his team, that's why he showed his team. This isn't rocket science. Moving on, the third major problem that is apparently the biggest is Emil's own lack of analytical skills in regards to writing. Now, a Flying Nun, if you're listening to this, I don't want to be mean.
Hey there, see you around.
But I'm not sure you are the right person to criticize someone else's lack of analytical skills. Anyway, here, a Flying Nun
Welcome to
says
my inn,
Emil
weary
cannot
traveler. What can I
differentiate
do for
between
you?
concepts and things. And the evidence he presents for this is that when Emil talks about themes in movies and other games, he focuses on concepts. And yet apparently when Emil talks about his own work, he focuses on things and
Safe
concepts.
travels.
Therefore, Emil can't differentiate between the two, which a Flying Nun describes as a serious problem for a writer. Now, would you like to see what Emil actually said in a Flying Nun's example?
You know, Skyrim. Skyrim is a game about dragons, right? Even in the studio, what is the game about? It's about dragons. But the story is not really about dragons, right? It is about the lone hero, right? It is much more biblical than a lot of the other stories we've done. It's about the
Where is it
dragon
you would like to
is
go,
much more
lass?
of a
For just a
Messiah
few
sort of
coin, my
character.
griffins can
So
get ye there
this is what
faster than even the
proves Emil
swiftest
can't
horse.
differentiate between things and concepts, and therefore lacks analytical skills. Even more suspect than this, though, is what a Flying Nun says about Fallout 4's main concept, suspicion. Quote, of all emotions and feelings, I dare say Emil somehow found the most infantile. Like, really, I'm asking seriously, can someone think of a less interesting human emotion or feeling than suspicion? Even lust spawns dozens of trashy romance novels. End quote. Okay, so apparently, suspicion is the designated child emotion, unlike all the other adult emotions that we are allowed to feature in stories. Yep, that's right. Blade Runner, The Thing, almost every Hitchcock movie, yeah, you guessed it, they must all be trashy kiddie movies because they focus on suspicion, the, quote, most infantile emotion. Also, why is lust added as the, I guess, second least interesting? You don't think lust is an interesting emotion? Oh, fuck. They're a child, aren't they? I am bullying a child on the
The
internet.
asteroid
God
is
damn it.
depleted.
And I usually try hard not to do things like that. Oh well, this was over 7 years ago. I'm sure they've grown up. I do think I need to say here, though, that if anyone who watches this video goes on to harass any of the people that I am going to talk about, in my name or otherwise, I will ban you. Don't ask how I will know. Don't ask whether that is a feature on YouTube. It is. I am making this video in large part because of my dislike for harassment and dogpiling.
Yep.
Do not be part of the problem.
Yep.
Also, I would like to say, in a Flying Nun's defense, he wrote something pretty dumb, but thousands and thousands of other people saw this and took it as fact. They saw someone saying, Emil is a bad writer that needs to be fired because he wrote about suspicion and suspicion is the most infantile emotion, and they thought, yeah, that makes sense to me.
I need to sell.
So, who exactly is the dumbest in this situation, I ask? Moving on to the final problem, which is apparently that Emil correctly identifies literary concepts, hey, good job Emil, but then blatantly violates them.
Stop! You violated the law.
The example a Flying Nun gives is Emil's use of write what you know, which he says is wrong because apparently Emil focuses
The
on
asteroid
acts.
is depleted.
For example, stabbing people rather than experiences. This is referring to the Dark Brotherhood section. He then switches to praising people who do apparently know how to do this, like Chris Avallone, who apparently writes about things that depress him, and Josh Sawyer, who writes about history. These two were both lead designers on Fallout New Vegas, which likely explains this entire post. If you don't know, there is,
10
and certainly
grand.
was, a lot of tribalism in the
Well,
Fallout
it's 10
community.
grand that I didn't have
Usually
before.
not between old fans and new fans, because old fans are old by this point, but instead between fans of Obsidian Entertainment's Fallout New Vegas and fans of Bethesda's Fallout 3 and 4. A Flying Nun is clearly a New Vegas fan who dislikes Emil because he is a Bethesda developer. So there you go, that's the motive here. He does say that he wants to hug Chris Avallone, so that's nice, I think. And then he attacks Emil for creating the acronym KISS, Keep It Simple Stupid, not realizing that Emil is not actually the inventor of KISS, which was a design principle that has apparently been around since the 60s and was coined by an engineer in the US Navy. The post concludes by saying, in short, the entire video depicts Emil as someone incapable of collecting his thoughts, incapable of analytical thinking skills, incapable of withholding thoughts in his mind for longer than 10 seconds, and even incapable of justifying his own decisions. And no, the video does not depict any of those things. But that is how this Reddit post depicts Emil. And this post was influential.
Oh.
With over 8,000
I didn't get
upvotes
Signet.
and more
No.
than 1,000 comments.
No.
This alone makes it one of the top posts in the Fallout
Oh
subreddit.
my god, there's so many stupid things
But
to
it wasn't
remember
only
in these
posted
old
to our
shitty
Fallout,
MMOs.
and that wasn't the only place it was well
my
received.
God.
For example, it also got 6,000 upvotes and 1.2 thousand comments on our PC Gaming, and it made its way to plenty of other subreddits as well, eventually. Now,
damn
I do
it.
have to wonder, as someone who doesn't really use Reddit much,
It's fine.
can Redditors read? That's it, that's the question. Can Redditors read? I mean, has anyone ever